Yeah, absolutely. I think there, when humans, especially if they make close contact, they release oxytocin, which is the love hormone, the bonding hormone. And when I hug someone, there's a much stronger connection that I have with that other human being. So it's so in the absence of that, I feel like there's a little bit of there's not as much of a connection with that other person than if I were to hug them.
Absolutely. I love to hug people. I think it's such an intimate, wonderful thing to do, and receiving hugs is one of my favorite things.
I'm not a hugger, which is strange because I love people. Um, I'm not a hugger when it comes to people I don't know or don't know that well. It's too personal of a expression for me, and it I add value to what it means. And if it's someone that I truly love, I love hugging them. But when I meet people, especially people that I don't know that well, or friends that I've just made and they reach out to hug me, I give them a very awkward hug, just because it's too personal for me and I put too much emotion and value into it. You have to sort of gain my friendship and gain my trust and sort of be in that inner circle for me to hug you like I mean it.
I'm totally a hugger. I feel like people get caught off guard. It's like sometimes it's funny because like today I went to this like book introduction. I don't know what would you call it, like a book release, and I usually go in for a hug, but then it was a dude, so I didn't know if I should like do the hand. But I usually like to hug because I feel like it just kind of breaks that ice mold and it's less like formal. And sometimes you can kind of read if people are going to want to hug or not. Like you kind of got to gauge it a little bit and do a little like of a dance and be like, all right, can I hug you? But when I see like my friends and stuff, I love giving hugs. I think it's just more personal and more heartfelt and makes you feel good. So I'm a fan of the hugging. I was gonna make a Frozen joke, and then I like warm hugs, like Olaf. My preschoolers like that. Yeah.
I'm actually not really. I don't initiate the hug. I'm more of a kiss on the cheek type guy. Usually when I hug someone, it's because they've initiated it. And I don't know why that is. I wonder if it's just because, I don't know, it's like an awkward thing or whatever. Yeah, it's just not my nature. Although, interesting, I'll do the handshake and the pull in, which I kind of consider a half hug versus the full in hug. I do the handshake hug a lot, but I do that with men. With women, I'll hug more with women, but I tend to, I don't know why, but I let them kind of more initiate it. Yeah, I don't know if it's, yeah, I guess I have this fear of like over hugging a woman, which probably comes from like my school days or something. And so, yeah, so I'm kind of a hugger.
Yeah, it's funny. I think hugging is like something that my generation has made much more pervasive. I remember in middle school was around when I would start to, and my friends would hug hello and goodbye. And ever since then, it's just, yeah. I mean, I'm not like an over hugger, but I definitely hug most people. Well, not most people. I hug friends hello and goodbye. And if I've had a particularly strong connection or something with a stranger, I'll hug them goodbye. And I don't mind if someone hugs me. unexpectedly or something. So yes, I am. I think it's a nice little way just to have contact. You asked why. Yeah, to have a little, like, it's just affectionate. To have some physical contact in your day is always nice.
Yes, absolutely. Because I was raised in a family that loved each other, and I feel like we just, I'm 6 of us kids, so we were just always hugging goodbyes and hellos, and so, you know, if I meet somebody, and I like them, then they're family, and they get a hug.
Oh, I love hugs. I love hugs. I don't know. I feel like people are so distanced nowadays. Everyone is behind their text messages or their FaceTime or behind a computer. Everyone's on these dating apps. And, like, why can't we just say hi to people at Starbucks or at school or anywhere? Why can't I just see a stranger on a park bench in Central Park and say, hi, how are you? How's your day going? Automatically, people become so defensive because, oh my God, they're talking to me when I don't have their phone number first. But then you stop and you say, but how will I get your phone number in the first place if I never talk to you or ever meet you? So I guess when I meet people for the first time, I like to break down that barrier real quick. If a friend says, hi, this is so-and-so, I go straight for the hug. Because I feel like that takes your want to become friends to the next level. A handshake seems so cold to me. Of course, I'll shake hands with a professional or an interview person or anything like that. But if I'm just your friend, why not go for the hug? Why be afraid of human connection?
Yes and no. I really don't like to hug people except for the person I'm dating. But I do like hugging just because there's kind of this sense of intimacy and connection with somebody.
I am a huge hugger. I'm a very tactile person, and something about touch just screams love and appreciation and affection to me. And I've kind of had to scale back on the hugging. So I hold back. But as soon as somebody gives me like the open arm go ahead, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, hug me. I love hugs. Oh, they're the best. So, and I think, like some people say, I wasn't held enough as a child. I was held a lot as a child. So maybe that's it. I love hugging. Hugs are the best. Hugs are the best.
I'm totally a hugger. I love to hug people, and I really love people who give great hugs. I kind of don't trust the like side hug or the A-frame hug. It just annoys me. I don't know where that came from, but my family is very affectionate, and my dad gives the most amazing hugs. Total bear hugs. Yeah, I like embracing people. It feels important.
I am a hugger. I would say because of my dad. My dad is the biggest hugger I've ever met. He's such a bear. I mean, he I don't know if he knows how to shake hands. Like, I mean, obviously he does, but like that's just not even his initial thought. His initial thought is just an immediate hug, and that's definitely seeped into me, and something that I think is actually fairly cultural. Actually, Belizeans are very friendly people and quite jovial, and they just like to hug. They're not necessarily people that want to shake your hand first, get to know you, and then hug you. They'll you're a human, I'm a human, let's hug. We're all in this together type situation. So definitely a hugger.
I'm not a hugger. I don't really like to touch people. And I hug a lot because it's sociable. And especially being raised in the South, I'm just used to more of a hug as a greeting than other things. It's a little bit weirder in New York City, but what I hate on first dates and in other social situations when you go in for a handshake and then they go for a hug. So I just try to kind of preemptively strike and do the hug first because it's the most sort of intense and intimate kind of greeting you can give. But no, despite kind of my social tendencies to hug, and you may see me hugging people a lot, I'm not really a hugger in general.
Yes. I'm from the South. It's a thing that we do. It's warm. It's a really quick way to like break the social boundary of like not of like this the awkward situation. Just like go in for the hug. Everyone feels, unless they're not a hugger, and then they don't feel at ease. But generally,
I am a hugger. I'm a twin, so I was always raised, and I had a lot of siblings. But I think being a twin, I was raised in the uterus with someone, so I'm used to being close and being snuggly. And because of that, that's my like expression of how I love people. It also makes me feel comforted. I also feel that it's important to express how you feel about people in both a physical and verbal way.
Yeah, I'm a hugger because it feels good. I think that I'm not scared of touch or physicality or being physical. Makes sense. Hugging makes sense to me.